Hello, I'm Dr. Alveda King, Pastoral Associate, Gospel of Life Ministries, Head of African American Outreach for Priest for Life. And it's so great to say hello to you again today. And I know that so many wonderful things are going on. I really do want to remind you to check out my blog at africanamericanOutreach.org. And please go over and see my blog, africanamericanOutreach.org or africanamericanOutreach.com. And when you get there, check out Dr. Alveda King's blog. And I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, so we can maybe tweet each other. And I heard from so many of you recently. I was on a women's trip, and I was one of the keynote speakers, but we slipped away to do a little bowling. And I was able to make a strike and a spare, and I did okay. It's been a long time since I've bowled, but that was so much fun. So I was glad to hear from all of you who wanted to know how that game went. It was just absolutely a good time. Today, I do want to talk about something that occurred in the news recently on Life News. And the writer talked about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. actually being pro-life. Now, you've heard me say that many times, but it appears as though many people are doing that research now and coming to the same conclusion. What is interesting to note, that particular writer over on Life News said that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was definitely pro-life and he was against abortion, and it appeared to this writer that Dr. King was for birth control. Now, I want to clear that up. You've got to remember, this was in the late 1960s, before Roe versus Wade passed in 1973, before abortion became legal, and before the revolution of the birth control pill really went big and kind of went viral and global. And so the preferred birth control of choice during the 1960s and the 50s and the 40s and earlier was something called natural family planning. Natural family planning is still available today, and I want you to check that out. Just kind of Google it and see. Some people will tell you natural family planning doesn't work and it's a myth, but it does work. In Dr. King's day, they called it the rhythm method. That was the little popular name for it, but it's really natural family planning. So Dr. King did believe in that kind of experience and opportunity for a man and his wife, one man married to one woman, together planning their futures together in their family, to do natural family planning. And basically, I'll have to get a little real right here. That means that a woman, when she's ovulating, can become pregnant. When the woman is not ovulating, she can't become pregnant. And so a man and a wife could agree and kind of control their passions and get to be very romantic and creative. They could go out on romantic dates and do things like that together when she's ovulating, and then wait and have the sex later, you know. So that's a real candid look at what that means. But natural family planning, check it out. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. supported natural family planning, and I thought it was very important for my listeners and followers and viewers to know that. So we'll be talking about a few more things like that as the days go by. Abstinence, Dr. King wrote for Ebony Magazine in the advice column. He advised a young lady to not have sex until she got married. He advised a young man who had participated in an abortion to repent. And of course, because life is precious, Dr. King believed that. He thought about child rearing, that children needed to have proper discipline, not abuse, but discipline, and that the parent should be the parent and the child should be the child. So these are some of the things that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., my uncle, believed. And I want you to check some of these things out at my blog. You can also check the Priest for Life store, and my brochures are available. You can order them there. The African American Outreach brochure is there. And they're just some nice little goodies that you might want to tuck into your collection. So right now I'll sign off and just say, enjoy your day, enjoy your life. Life is precious. Dr. Alveda King, Priest for Life.